When you're working with someone else on a project, things aren't always going to run smoothly. For example, you might feel like your partner isn't pulling their weight. How do you get back on track when a conflict threatens to spoil your hard work? Watt PD offers a suite of courses that help students work through situations like this. We asked one of our Watt PD course instructors to introduce herself, tell you something about her course, and help you resolve conflicts before it's too late.
I'm Betty Priest. I teach the PD7 conflict resolution course. I'm also an instructor with the Peace and Conflict Studies program at Conrad Grebel University College and have a private practice in conflict management and change management in organizations. So students who take PD7 are learning about conflict, the dynamics of conflict. Our intention is to dig into conflict and to understand it in a deeper and more meaningful way than we might have sometimes encountered in the past. Conflict can begin small, but if we don't catch it at that time, it can escalate rapidly and take us to places that we really wouldn't want to experience. So part of what we're doing in this course is looking at the patterns and the dynamics that contribute to conflict. We want to take those apart, understand them, and then see if we can figure out strategies for dealing with conflict before it gets out of control, so that we can manage it in a way that's meaningful and helpful for us, rather than in a way that distracts or even causes breakdown in our relationships. So every conflict is different, and obviously some are a lot easier to solve than others. And in the workplace context, we have small conflicts and really large ones that are so complex, they often need outside help. But a lot of the smaller ones, we can actually undo or solve even before we realize that those are conflicts in the first place. So for example, in the workplace or in our family life or among our friends, it's pretty easy to fall into the place of making assumptions about the other person and why this person took the action that they took. Part of what we do in PD7 is we look at where those assumptions come from. What is it about us that's causing us to assume this? And what is behind the other person's action that may be different than the assumption that we're making about that action? So, in the example that you saw, a student is upset with another student because that student's on the telephone. Maybe there's a personal thing that student is working on, or maybe they're working on something actually quite related to the project. If people can take the risk of having direct dialogue with one another and checking out their assumptions, they can often undo those assumptions and resolve potential conflict even before it emerges.
Resolving conflicts is easy when you have the right skills. To learn more about PD7 and the rest of Watt PD's courses, visit our website at uwaterloo.ca/wattpd.